bro. You're gonna have to back.
Do we have anything urgent for? Shooting car, 1420, and they get shot.
Hey, stress out. Hey, I got. Guess I'm gonna stay on this one and wait for one of the chicks to come out and just.
All right. I don't know if it's morning or night. I guess I'll say good morning to everybody. Just want to report to you guys about an officer-involved shooting. This morning at 12:44 a.m., our two-person unit patrol officers from Southeast Division observed a suspect leaving a private parking lot in the 3300 block of OST, driving reckless. They got in behind the suspect and tried to stop the suspect, at which time a pursuit started. The suspect went north through the neighborhood onto Yellowstone and back around to Scott. At some point, 3 minutes after they called out on the pursuit, they called out that the suspect was shooting at them, okay? At some point during this pursuit, our officers fired on the suspect. I want to say that this is a preliminary investigation, and this is what we know at this time, but things can change. The suspect came back, once they left Scott, came back eastbound on OST across 288, at some point made a U-turn, coming back, westbound on OST. Made a U-turn and came back eastbound on OST. Lost control somewhere just as they crossed over 288, hit a curve, hit the median, and then ended up, as you can see, the white SUV back here crashed just across the street. A violent crash, which the vehicle momentarily called a fire. HFD was called out. The suspect bailed out, and I think there was a short foot chase. They got the suspect in custody. He is at Ben Taub Hospital right now in surgery, in critical condition. I know that he has at least one shot in the chest area. So let me speak to the human area, the human aspect of this first. Whenever there's an officer-involved shooting, it's tough on our officers, but it's also tough on the families. And I say this all the time. we're praying for him. No matter what a person is doing and whatnot, he or she has a family. Our suspect was a 30-year-old African-American male. Again, we're praying for him. Our officers involved, both Southeast Patrol. The officer that discharged is a 2.5-year veteran, and the passenger is a 2-year veteran. So, any questions?
Did the officers fire when the vehicle was moving, or after it crashed?
That's what I'm told. It's a preliminary investigation. So the vehicles were moving, and I want to say this: we're still processing the scene. At almost 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. in the morning. It's dark out here. The scene is going to be over several miles, so we're trying to process all that. So to answer that question, though, they were moving at the time. The suspect was discharging, and at some point they discharged. Now, exactly where, I don't know. We're just trying to determine that and also collect evidence over this entire neighborhood, immediate area right here. I want to say this as well. In the vehicle, we hadn't recovered it yet because we're still processing, but there's an assault rifle in the vehicle and spent rounds, casings in the vehicle as well. More questions?
Did the suspect open fire after he got out of the car?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah.
Any other questions?
Are there any surveillance cameras close by, anything?
We don't know. That's going to be part of the investigation. Also, a thorough review of our body-worn cameras of our officers, and also any cameras of the businesses in the area. But as I said, it went through the neighborhood, all around, for a couple of miles here. So it's going to be a very large crime scene, and we're trying to process it right now.
Chief, can you talk about the different divisions that are on scene investigating this?
Yes. Whenever we have an officer-involved shooting, we're going to have our special investigative unit here. Our IED is here. Also, the district attorney's office, and everybody's completing. IED is going to complete an administrative investigation, and SIU is going to conduct a criminal investigation.
Do you have a number about how many shots were fired by both the officers and the suspect?
That's going to be part of the investigation, but what I'm told, multiple shots from the suspect, multiple shots from our officers, that one officer.
If the suspect survives his injuries, possible charges he faces?
Aggravated assault on a police officer.
You said he was leaving a parking lot. Was there a disturbance at that location? Was there business? Can you tell us?
I wasn't told that. I know that they spotted him entering OST from a private parking lot, driving extremely reckless, and that's what brought their attention to him.
Dispatched a shooting on Wenda and Cullen just minutes before this happened. Is that related, or?
We don't know. That's a possibility. That's part of the investigation, but I don't have all that information right now. And if it is, we'll get that out to you guys as soon as we verify that.
Chief, do you know how long the road will be closed?
Until we process it, it's normally going to be a couple of hours more or so, but hopefully we can get it open before rush hour. All right? Thank y'all.